This is Sheila and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to start with a short energy medicine exercise. So sitting however you'd like to. I've just got my knees bent here. And this is called the Four Thumps. It's based off of the work of energy medicine pioneer Donna Eden. It'll help give you some energy. So we're going to start tapping our cheekbones here quite vigorously. We're connecting up to the stomach meridian. Then we're going to move down to our K1, our kidney, 27 points here. And they're in little notches just below your collarbone there. If you've taken classes with me, you know where it is exactly. And we're just going to tap into that kidney meridian, bringing up the energy from the earth, yin energy. And I like to add a little something that is my own little variation. I like to put my palms of my hand or the pads of my fingers right on that point, and then switch it, put the backs of the fingers there, and then come back to the pads. This is kind of like an on and off switch, trying to get things moving. And let's take that once more. Backs of the fingers there against the kidney 27 points, and then the pads of the fingers, and there we go. Okay, we're going to thump our thymus. It's the bone that is right between our bosom, a little higher, and you can hear it sort of a real echoing through your body, and that helps to boost our immune system. And then we're going to go underneath our breasts and go out along this line up to the sides of our armpits here. You may find some points out here underneath your armpits to be a little bit tender, depending on what you ate or drank the night before or earlier today. But this is the spleen 21 point, and it helps to have us metabolize food, drinks, thoughts, emotions. Okay, that's the Four Thumps. So today we're going to be working with our legs quite a bit. So let's bring our feet together and sit up tall. We're getting the divine flesh out from underneath us and sitting up nice and tall. And let's just bring the legs a little bit closer to us and then drop down. So we're just easing into the hips and open. Just starting to say hello to those hips, the tops of the legs. And in and out. And let's bring our hands behind and now close the leg up and then open it out. And close it up and open it out. Two more of those. Closing it up, opening it out. Good. Last one. Close it up, opening it out. Let's take it to the other side. Closing over to the left and open. Trying to keep the backs straight. And we're supporting ourselves with our hands, and close it and open and close it and open. Let's come back to our beginning position, backs are straight, and close the legs up, keeping the back straight and open. You may find after doing the full close and open that you have a little more range of motion. In and out. Good. And in and out. Let's take a little forward fold from the hips. Still feeling that in our inside thigh. And come upright. And forward, bring the elbows bent, long legs as your back is flat. Coming forward and up. And take two more. Reaching over. Feel that fold from the hips. And up. Good. And folding over and coming up. Excellent. Let's bring the legs together and shoot them out in front of us. Sitting up tall, let's work through the feet. Flex. Push through the balls of the feet and point. Flex all the way up. Push through the balls of the feet and point. Two more. And flex. Balls of the feet and point. And flex. Balls of the feet and point. Bracing yourself with your hands behind, let's go into that flex. And now rotate from the hips The feet will reflect that rotation and come in and rotate in through those hips. So the feet will cross up and open, keeping the back straight, and close. We have 2 more. Reaching out. Feel the hips opening and close it. Feel the hips closing in on each other. And open. Good. And coming forward, around, and close. Good. Let's go back to the out position. And let's repeat that foot exercise. Let's make sure our backs are straight. So we're pushing through the balls of the feet and toes. And flex. Balls of the feet and toes. And flex. Good. 2 more sets. Balls of the feet and toes, making sure our shoulders are down as we do this. Flex. Balls of the feet and point. Good. Now in this position with the pointed feet, let's repeat that rotation in the hips. Rotating in. Feet come together and they go out. Good. Rotate in. And going out. 2 more. And rotate in. And going out. And rotate in. And going out. Good. Let's relax those legs, beat the thighs against the floor, and then just sort of wiggle the foot like we do when we're lying on the floor at the drum. And let the whole body start to get a little bit engaged and connected up with the feet. So we're working with the hips and with the feet. It's the end points of our leg. Eventually we'll start working more seriously with the leg. But let's continue with our hip work. We're going to bend the knees out to the side. Again, make sure that the divine flesh is out from underneath. And we're going to drop the right leg down. So again, we're getting a little more stretch in that hip area. And then up and open while maintaining straight upward motion with the knee that we're not working with. And up and over. And each time you may find that it gets a little easier to do this movement in this hip. We're isolating your right hip. Drop it down. Good. And open. And last time. Drop it down. And open. Good. Coming to a neutral position. Again, check your back is straight and let's work on the left side, the left hip. Be gentle this first time. You may feel that one side has an easier time of doing this motion. And that's perfectly normal. Even though we're fairly symmetrical, we're not completely symmetrical beings. And open. Good. Maintaining the straight knee up to the sky on the supporting leg. And open. And really feel this last time on the working leg, the hip, how much you can make that motion, that range of motion increase. And open. Good. Let's shoot the legs out. We're sitting up tall, divine flesh. And let's once again work through the feet. We've got pointed feet and we're going to flex. Push the balls of feet and point. And again, flex. Balls of feet and point. 2 more sets. Flex. Balls of feet and point. And last time, flex. Balls of feet and point. Good. Coming upright. Now we're going to brace behind or just have a little support with your hands. And we're going to do that rotation in the hip that we did with our legs a little closer. So from here, rotate out. And you may find that you don't have that much range of motion going out. And rotating in. So we're just working here, rotating out, with the same actions that we have been, but in a little more exaggerated form. And reach out. Good. And come in. And last time, reaching out. Excellent. And come in. Good. Coming upright. Let's rotate those legs out and repeat the work through the feet. So our hips are rotated out, our backs are straight, and we are pushing through the heels of our feet and pushing now through the balls of feet and point. And flex. Balls of feet and point. Excellent. Flex. Balls of feet and point. And flex. Balls of feet and point. Excellent. Keeping the legs rotated out, let's use the inner thigh as we squeeze the legs together and keep them rotated out as much as you can, and then release and shake them out. Good. We're going to roll to the side, stacking our legs up. We've got one hand behind us. The other hand can be either behind you, in front of you, or if you want to put them on your hips, you can. But let's flex the feet, and we're going to push the hip away of the top leg. So we're working in the hips in a slightly different way. And release. Bring that heel towards us. So we're getting a little crunch in the waist area. And then push the hip away. And then bring it back. Two more. Pushing that hip away. And you notice by pushing the hip, you're getting a little undulation in your spine. And last one. Push it away. Good. And bring it back in. Let's roll to the other side. Stack yourself up. Find your balance point. And once again, pushing that top hip away. So your leg gets longer than the other one. And then push it towards you so that the leg, if you look at your feet, it looks like it's shorter. And push it away. Good. And come back in. Two more. Push it out. And in towards us. And once more. Push it out. Good. And bring it in towards us. Excellent. Coming up right. We now have maybe a little more movement through those hips. And relax those feet. And let's take that walk that we have done before in the past. We lift the hip up. We're walking on our hip. Coming forward and drop down. Shift the weight. Lift. Up. Push forward. Good. Lift. Up. Push forward. So you're really feeling like your hips are substituting for your feet. Lift. Push forward and down. Excellent. Lift. Push forward and down. Let's take two more. Lift. Forward and down. And lift. Forward and down. Settle yourself. And now we're going to push straight back with the hips to get us back into our starting position. So you're pushing straight back. Again, working the hips in many different ways. Let's take that same walk with the hips, but start with the left hip. So we're lifting it up, coming forward and drop. Lift, forward and drop. Lift, up. Reach that leg forward, up. Push, hip works, and lift, up. Push forward. Again, you may find that your upper body is following and sort of undulating. We're going to take it once more in each direction. Forward and lift, up and forward. Settle yourself, even it out, and then push back with the left hip as you work your way back towards your original position. Really feeling those hips doing the work. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do a variation of what we just did. So we're going to flex our feet, roll over, and go to the side. Set yourself up. And this time, make sure that the hand is really in a place where it's supporting you. We're going to be bringing our knee towards our chest, so you might want to have your hand behind. So we're going to bring the knee into the chest and then push it out. And knee in and push it out. Again, we're working that hip joint. And out. And in. And out. Let's take four more. Lift in and out. And in. Push it out. Two more. In, push it out, and in, and push it out. Let's take it to the other side. Set yourself up, however it works for you. And here we go. We're in our balance. So your arm could be in front if that works for you better. I'm keeping my arm behind so I can really get the knee up. So I'm bringing the knee towards me and pushing it out. And in, and out. And up, and out. Lift, and push it out, heel out. And knee to the chest, or as far up as you can get it, out. And in, and out. And in, and out. Good, settle, and let's take back and take another variation. So from here, We're going to take that knee in. Now we're going to open the leg and drop it down and push it out. Bring it in, open it out, drop it down, and reach up through that heel. Bring it in, open it out, drop it down, push it out. Fourth one, lift and open and drop and down. We're going to continue. If you choose to make a different variation for yourself because this feels like it's too much work, the first time you view this video, you can certainly make that modification. We have two more. And in, open it out, drop it down, press it out. Last one, lift, reach up, drop it down, slide it out. Good. And let's roll and do this to the other side, setting yourself up. You may really feel like you're getting some work in those hips, but the legs are involved too. Okay, so we have bring it in, open it out, drop it down, and reach it out. Bring it in, lift it up, drop it down, and out. Good. Bring it in, reach it out, and down, and out. This is the fourth one. Bring it in, open it out, drop it down. We have four more. Again, you can modify as you need to, or take a short break, and then come back to it, and in, open it out, drop it down. We have two more of these. You should start to be feeling a little bit of warmth happening in your body. In and down, good. And bring it in, lift it up, drop it down, reach it out. Good, coming up right. And let's make sure that our backs are straight. We've got the divine flesh out. And with the feet pointed, let's bring our arms up, legs are parallel, and just go over into a flat back. So again, working through that hip flexor area and come upright. And breathe and flap over. So we're getting a little stretch in the hamstring perhaps. And lift up, shoulders are down. And reach out. And stay. Lifting up. And once more, breathing out as you flatten over. Not getting that far. And come up and relax. Let's flex the feet and we're going to repeat the same thing. We're going to add a little bit of an arm. So backs are straight, we're lifting up, reaching over to that flat back, and let's swing the arms down. Keeping that flat back, reach out. As you reach forward, you may get a little more stretch in that hamstring. Lifting up, we have three more of these. Lifting over to a flat back, just a diagonal line. Swing the arms behind. Now, as you swing the arms forward, see if you can make your chest and you hold back, go forward a little bit more, and lift. Two more. Reaching over, using your breath. Swing the arms behind. Now, as you swing forward, see if you can fold in those hips, flat back to increase the stretch in the hamstring a bit, and up, shoulders are down. And last time, flat back. Good. Swing. And arms go behind, reach forward, swing, and come upright. Good. Relax the feet for a minute, and then let's just flex the feet. We're going to push the hip forward, allow the upper body to twist a little bit, and release, and switch to the other side. Good. So we're not walking like we did before, but we are moving through the hips to make the legs reach out a little bit farther. Our upper body is going to be reflecting what happens. Pushing out with the left. And let's take one more in each direction. Push out with the right hip, allowing the upper body to twist a bit. Good. And switch and twist. Excellent. Coming up, shake those legs out. Excellent. Let's come back to our starting position, or one of our starting positions with our legs out. And you may notice after you've gotten the divine flesh out, that you really have a little more range of motion of those legs. So from here, let's go back into the first thing that we did, which was to close up and open. It's kind of like a butterfly. Bring the wings together and out. But notice how much more loose that hip joint is, and open, good, lift, and open, good. Let's lean back and let's make that fold all the way over and out. And you may find that you really have much more ease in that hip joint, and over and out. Make sure we're not hyperextending the arms as our support there, and open. We've got a little elbow bend, and close it, other side, and open, good, and close, and open, excellent, and close, and open, and close, and open. Sitting up tall, readjusting yourself. You don't want your heels to be super close to your torso there, so our backs are straight. We're going to lift up tall, and we're going to bring our elbows to the outside of our knees, going into that flat back that we did before. Maybe you get a little more stretch in the thighs or legs or in the hip area. And we're going to close all the way down, dropping the head down. Chin goes towards the chest. Head drops so the top of the head goes over towards the legs there, towards the feet. Let's put the hands on the floor, resting the elbows. Let's shake our head out for a moment in our shoulders, making sure we're really folding from the hips. And we're going to take little reaches out with our breath. So deep breath in. As we exhale, let's see if we can reach our fingers out a little bit farther away from our torso. Inhale. Exhale, reaching those fingers out a little bit more, letting the body sink. Feeling the more intense stretch we have in the hip area, and the tops of the thighs, maybe in the glute area. 2 more, deep breath in. Exhale, reaching those hands out, allowing the body to settle down, feeling the fold from the front of the hips there. Last time, deep breath in. And exhale, reach those hands out. Good, letting those shoulders be loose. Let's shake that head out once again. Shake those shoulders out a little bit. And let the body sink towards the floor. And then slowly roll up through the spine, coming to an upright position. Good. And close. All right, legs are going to go straight out. We're going to bring your left leg out to the diagonal here. Fold your right leg and bend it over. So we're going to be facing this left side. We've got a little lift on this hip so that we can rotate this front foot out. And we're going to lift the arms up. Take a deep breath in. Once again, folding from the hips into a flat back. You can start to engage and feel the stretch in the hamstring of this left leg. And then we're going to drop down and let the body hang. So we're now getting a deeper stretch on that left leg. But we've folded from the front of the hip. And because we've done so much hip work, you should find that you can get fairly far down there. If you need to have the legs bent, let that happen. You go to the place where you feel a good stretch. Just remember that this leg is rotated out. So from here, let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to flex that foot up in the pattern that we've been doing. So we're pressing out through the heel. That should increase the stretch in the leg. And then we're going to go through the ball of the foot and point. So we're trying to articulate the feet as we're getting this stretch in the hamstring. Let's take that again. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, flex out through that heel. Pressing out through the heel, maybe your body goes along that leg a little bit more. Feels like it's stretching out. And we get a nice, deep stretch in the hamstring. Continuing on through the balls of the feet and then point. Good. Let's take 2 more of those. Deep breath in. Exhale, flex out through the heel, pressing out along the spine so that the spine is lengthening out along the legs. Whatever position you're in, whether the knee is slightly bent or not, you're doing a good job lengthening that leg. Good. Ball of the foot and point.
Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, flex out through that heel, pressing the body long from the hip, along the leg, really feeling this first deep stretch in hamstring, relaxing the shoulders, and then ball the foot and point. Good. Let's roll up by bringing your hands close to us and pushing with our hands to roll up through the spine, lift, and come upright. And we're going to undulate a bit through our back as we have this leg out there. So we're going to push through lower back, arching, dropping down, maybe get a stretch in that chin, and let the head drop. Using the hands, you can move the hands where you need to, pushing through the lower back, coming up through the mid-back, upper back, shoulders, and head. And push through the back, lower back, towards the leg, mid-back, upper back, shoulders, and head. Good. Again, adjust the hands as you need to, rolling up through that spine. Really feeling the spine, getting a bit of an undulation. But at the same time as we do this, especially in our arch over, we're going to find we get more of a stretch in that hamstring as we go over gently and drop. Take a moment's rest before you start it again. Here we go. We're rolling up through that lower back. Good. Coming upright. Feeling the stretching that happens along the spine. And then push through that lower back. So you're going back and down as you walk your hands. Letting everything get an additional stretch and drop. Good. And then finally, let's come back one more time, rolling up through that spine, lift, coming upright. Excellent. Let's bring your back leg towards your front leg. Feet are pointed. You're going to find that your left leg feels different than your right one, which we haven't worked yet. Let's bring our arms up. This time we're going to go up and come over and go over both legs. Let the heads down and just let your body slowly sink into both legs. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, release and let everything go. Let's take that once more. Deep breath in. Exhale and release. Letting the arms do what they want to, hands do what they want to. If they want to go to the floor or hold on to the feet, your choice. Reaching the arms out and come upright. Good. Arms down. Let's take that whole series to the other side. So we've got our right leg going off to the diagonal, bending the left leg, curving it over. 90-degree angle here. You got your weight more on your right leg. There's a little space here. Your hip is lifted some. This leg is rotated up and your feet are pointed there. Okay, let's reach the arms up. We're gonna open out and come down. You can slide your hands out. You've got body lengthening along this leg. Head is relaxed. Head may want to turn to the side. And just feel that lovely stretch that we've got along this leg here. Let's work with the feet. So we have an inhale. On our exhale, we're going to flex out through the heel. Now this first time, you are having your first deep stretch on your right hamstring. So be gentle. Heads are loose. Let's shake those heads out. Shoulders out. And then pushing through the ball of the foot. And then let the toes point. Breath in. As you exhale, push out through the heel, adding to your stretch, folding along the leg with that spine. Pushing through the ball of the foot and point. So as you point, you may find that your body goes a little bit farther over. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, press out through the heel so you're flexing the foot and again trying to lengthen the spine along that leg. Now one leg may feel different than the other in terms of how far you can get over, how much flexibility you feel. Allow your legs and your body to guide you. If you need to ease off a little bit on the side, initially, then let that happen. Let's go through the ball of the foot and point. Last time, deep breath in. As you exhale, flex out through that foot. Allow the body to fold over more. Really enjoy this stretch. It's pretty intense. And then go through the ball of the foot and point. Now, bringing the hands a little bit closer to you, we're going to push with the hands to roll up through the spine. So we have lower back, middle back, upper back, and head. Your hands can slide. And we're pushing through the hips, arching down all the way through the same parts of the body in the same sequence, starting from the lower spine, and then all the way down towards the head and the rest. Bring the hands in. Push with the hands, lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, head. And now pushing through. And this time maybe you want to let your head come up so you can feel the stretch in the neck too. As you keep rolling back down and letting everything just settle and drop. Let's take that again. Hands come in to help you. You're pushing through that lower spine. Lifting up. Coming to an upright position, and then pushing through that back. Feel that back push through, rolling down. Good. All the way, let the shoulders be loose. Hands go where you would like them to go, and then finally the head comes down. Let's take that one more time. Using the hands, placing them where you'd like to. Push through that lower back. You may find you get more of a stretch through that lower back. Lifting up. And coming upright, reversing it, push that lower back, arching down, really enjoying this. Dropping down, heads are loose, and letting the arms travel if they'd like to. Good. Last time, hands are going to come in, we're going to roll up through the spine and come to an upright position. Good. Okay, let's bring this leg in, bring these 2 feet together, and this time with a flexed foot, sitting up tall, divine flushes out from underneath you, reach the arms up, let's reach over to that flat back, and then let it come all the way down. We've stretched the hamstrings out, so you will have an ability to get pretty far over, but with both legs in front of us, it may feel a little more intense again. Shake that head out. Shake the shoulders out. See if you can wiggle the hips a little bit front and back. And that will help maybe to get your bodies a little bit closer to your legs. Let's drop our heads down, deep breath in. Exhale, letting the body sink. If it helps to get the hands to reach forward along the floor, that's great. Or if you want to hold on to your heels and do a little pulling action, you can. And let's take one more deep breath in. And exhale and release. Excellent. Let's reach your arms out and come to an upright position. Excellent. From here, I'm going to turn to the side and we're going to get a little bit of work in our lower backs. So from here, arms are up. We're going to flex our feet. We're going to press the lower back out, bring the arms down. So we're getting into our what's known as our C curve in our back. And then pushing through the hips to lift up and come straight. And again, pushing through. So we're engaging the abdominals, but we're also activating the hips in a slightly different way. Push through the hips and coming upright. And again, rolling down. Feeling it press out with the heels, curve in the spine, and push through the hips and come upright. And let's go once more at this speed, pressing out. Reach. And coming up. Now we're going to go a little faster. So we're going to go pressing out. Push the hips, come up. Pressing out. Hips lift up. And pressing out. And come up. Once more. Pressing out. And come up. Let's go slow once more. We're going to do a little more specifically abdominal work, but you're thinking about your hips pushing out away from you there. And we're gonna twist and reach. Bring the arm up and over. Let's go to the other side. Twist and reach. Lift the arm up and over. We're holding onto our abs. If you need to switch the position somehow, that makes it feel more doable for you, then go for it. Just a little bit of work on those abs with our hips and legs activated too. We're going to take a set in each direction 4 times, so that's our third one. And here we go. Out, lift up and over, and here's our 4th one. Your abdominals might start to be feeling a little bit tired as you do this, keeping that back curve. Good, reaching out, lift up and over. Good, push through the hips, come upright, point the feet, and let's go once more over to stretch out that whole area in a different way. Excellent. So let's go down now, all the way down. We can have our feet pointed. We're slowly rolling through the spine. Excellent. We're going to take our arms out to the side. We're going to start to push up our upper back. So our shoulder blades are coming together. We're going to put the palms of the hands down, or you can take it on the sides. And we're going to try to take an arch up by pressing the hands into the floor, coming up. And then we're going to roll back down, allowing our hands to slide out. So we're working in that spine. And again, chest, lift, slide, and up. This might be a little intense if you've not done this motion before. So just keep practicing it. But there's a whole lot of spine and also leg work that's happening there, along with the core work. And we're going to take one more. From here, chest comes up, you press with the hands along the floor as you slide, and then roll back down. Excellent. Good. Let's take a rest for a moment. So let's beat our thighs on the floor. And let's rock our hips side to side. We've let the tension out of our feet. Our feet are relaxed there. Excellent. And then let's take our feet into that flex position and do the foot drum and let our whole body move there. Perfect. Okay, we're going to take some more serious stretches with the legs. So we're going to bend that front leg in, both feet are pointed, and just gently tuck that knee into the chest. Good. From here, take the hand, the same hand as the leg, other hand goes to the out, and we're going to open the knee to the side. So we're opening that inside thigh there, and then bring it back in, and we're going to switch hands, and we're going to put this hand down and cross it over. Now, there's not going to be that much of a crossover action. You're trying not to roll the whole way. We're just trying to isolate this area here of that outside hip, and come back to the chest, switching hands, opening the knee out. So a lot of hip inside thigh work here. Come back into the chest, switch the hands, seeing if you can increase the range of motion, but it's not going to be very much going to the inside with that hip area. And we're going to take 2 more sets, switching hands, opening it out. You're anchoring with the bottom leg, keeping that bottom leg straight and the foot pointed. Switch and change. You may find that you get a little more motion to the inside there. Let's take this one more time and open. You may find that you can get that leg a little bit more open than you did initially. Come back and press and switch. Good. It should feel kind of good in there. You know, you're stretching out areas that we don't normally do. Tuck that knee in. Let's bring the leg up straight. And we're going to flex out through the heel. You're going to feel the stretch through that whole leg there. Follow the foot and point. Flex. Push through and point. You're anchoring with your leg that's on the floor. Flex. Push through and point. And flex. Push through and point. Once more, let's bring that knee in, tuck it into the chest. Put the foot down, slide the leg out, and feel how long it is. And relax now, rock the hips. But you may feel a difference in the legs, especially in the hip area there. So let's take it to the other side. We're going to point our feet, anchored, the leg that we just worked with. That's our anchor leg now, and drawing out the other leg and tucking that knee into the chest. This first time, it will feel like it's not particularly flexible. Same arm as leg, wraps around, other hand goes down, and we're opening out, keeping a strong base here with that long leg. Noticing where you can go and what feels like it's getting stretched there. Coming back into the chest, wrapping the hand around, and we're going to come to the inside. And there's not much motion, believe me. I'm hardly moving at all. Coming back to the chest, wrap the hand open and stretch it out. Coming back in, crossing it over, and bringing it to the inside. This time I'm getting a little bit more, but honestly, it's not very much. 2 more sets. Still maintaining a strong leg here, and open. Coming up, cross it over, and in. Here's our third time. You may find that you can get a little bit more by the third time. And then hug it in. Cross it, arms open, and stretch to the side. This time you may get way over there. This is the 4th time opening up. Where do you feel that? And then coming up, crossing arms, and pulling across. And we're breathing, really focusing on that whole, very small and very specific area in the hip there. Good. And come into the chest. We're hugging it in. It probably feels like you can get way in there this time. Now we're going to bring the legs straight up. If your knee is slightly bent, that's fine as long as you flex that foot, you feel some stretch. Now the stretch could be all the way into the calf muscle or in the hamstring. It may be wherever you need the stretch the most. So ball the foot and point. And flex, pushing out. Ball the foot and point. 2 more. Flex. Ball the foot and point. And flex. Ball the foot and point. Good. Bring the leg down. Slide it into the floor. And once again, relax the feet and rock the hips side to side. We're going to take a deeper stretch for the hamstring there. Feet are parallel, point the feet. Bring the knee in, the first knee in. From here, we're going to grab a hold of the foot or the lower leg and stretch that leg up. If you need both hands on the leg, that's fine. You go to your extent, your flexibility. Feet are pointed. And again, breathe in, pull that knee into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, and lengthen and reach. You may find each time you get a little farther over, you go to your extent here. If your knee is slightly back, that's fine as long as you're feeling some lengthening in that back leg there. Last time, bring the knee in. Inhale, exhale, and lengthen. You may find you get quite far over there. Let's take a deep breath in. Both legs are going to flex as you exhale, feeling a stretch through both legs, reaching away from each other. Point the feet, bend the knee in, and slide it down. Get a little massage into that hip joint of the leg we just worked. And then let's go back into our parallel position. Feet are pointed and bring the other leg into the chest. Strong point on the long leg. Knee into the chest, grab a hold of the leg wherever you need to. It can be the foot or the leg, and you're lengthening this first time as much as you can. If you've got a bent knee, as I always say, you do what works for you. And then tuck that knee in. Once again, breath in. Exhale, reaching out. Lengthen and see if you can get a little farther over. Good. And last time, bring that knee in. Exhale, stretch out, reach, and lengthen. From here, breath in. We're going to be exhaling and pressing out through the heels, pushing the heels away to increase the stretch there. Feeling that strength through the bottom leg and strength through the top leg to really feel stretch through that hamstring. Good. Point the feet, bring the knee in, put the foot down, and lengthen out. Relax the feet, and once more, let's rock through the hips to give us a little integration for that stretch. Excellent. Let's roll to the side, bend the knees, and come upright. So we're doing a lot of work on our legs today. We're going to continue, and here we go. This time we're going to our widest position, and again, we're getting the divine flesh out from underneath. And we're going to take a return to the hip exercises that we've been doing. But again, a variation. So we're going to roll that hip. And now that we've stretched this leg before, you may find that you get a real good roll in that hip. And we're going to come back out. And our feet, we're letting them just be relaxed. Roll the hip. And open it out. Again, once more, over. See how far you can go. And open. We have one last time. Here we go. Roll it, twist, and stretch. Good. And open. And roll it back. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So from here, first time, bring it over and twist. Relaxing the shoulders. Remember, we're just working on the hips, trying to let everything else be nice and loose. And then up and open. Good. And roll it and press. And roll it back and release. Keep going. Roll it and press. And coming back and open. Last time. Roll it. Let it come forward. Feel that twist. And open out. And release. Again, we're sitting up tall. If you've gotten the divine flesh back in a position that it's right underneath you, get it out. And let's just rock side to side here. Through the hips. Feet are still basically unformed. Now let's flex them and rock side to side with those hips. Now we're going to maintain this rotated out position. And we're going to roll forward. So we have our backs straight. Drop the hands down, drop the chin down, rolling through the spine. We did that undulation before when we had one leg out. So that's the kind of feeling you're going down and letting everything relax there. So we're coming out to this flat position. We feel the heels rotating out. And we've got the heels pressing out. So we get a nice flat position as far as we can go with our backs. Feeling the inside thigh, getting a nice stretch there. Trying to relax our heads down. In this position, let's try working with the hands, maintaining our legs where they are. We're going to reach one arm, your right arm out, to try and get yourself a little flatter to the floor. And then reach the left arm out. So we're sort of inching out to increase that stretch. Let's do that once more. Right arm goes out. See if you can get it just a little bit more. You'll feel an increased stretch in the inside thigh. And then reach the left out. And let's just hold this position, breathing through it. Try to relax through the elbows, through the shoulders. Feeling the hips opening. Try to breathe through them and let them relax. So you're slowly sinking down towards the floor, whatever position you're in. Feeling a big stretch. And then from here, let's let our arms come in. We're going to push with our hands and roll up through the spine. And coming up right. And let's take that to the sides.
You have us to go to the left the first time since we always seem to work on the right first. Let's twist. We drop the head down. We're doing exactly the same thing. Walking our hands down, rolling through our spine, maintaining the legs exactly where they are. We'll be getting a little bit of a stretch in the side body there. Both hips are on the floor, heads are down, and you go as far as you can. Keeping that opposite hip on the floor, going over this leg, this left leg. So the side body gets a twist, the head gets a little bit of a stretch too, and we're going to start doing the same thing we did before. This time we're going to start with the outside hand and reach it out just a little bit more, trying to drop the body down. And then the inside arm, see if you can drop it down, still maintaining the opposite hip on the floor. And let's take that once more with the outside hand, reaching out, leading the way. And then the inside arm reaching out, and see how far down you can get. Trying to aim the nose towards the knee there. Opposite hip still maintains its position on the floor. You may find that there's a nice stretch that happens on the back of the hip into the back side body there, torso. And then pushing the hands down on the floor as you walk yourself up with those hands. You're rolling up through the spine. Same pattern, lower, middle, upper, head, and upright. Good. Gently twist to the other side. Just to give our feet a break for a second, let's point our feet and flex the feet. And point our feet and flex our feet. And let's take a circle outside and inside and around. Outside, inside, and around. Two more. Outside, our backs are straight. Inside and around. And outside, inside, and around. Come back to our flex position. We're going to twist now towards the right. So you may feel you get a little more extra stretch as you twist away from this leg we just worked. Drop the the chin down to the chest. Rolling through the spine as you walk out. Keeping the opposite hip on the floor. You're really being very gentle, but trying to be very persistent in terms of getting a stretch here. And if you have this knee bent, that's fine. Just do the best you can. Let's take a deep breath in here in this position. Inhale, exhale, letting the body relax. Opposite hips on the floor. We're going to reach that back hand, outside hand, out. See if you can lower our bodies down a little bit closer to the leg. And then inside hand, moving it forward. Nose is angling towards that knee. Opposite hip stays down. Shake that head out if you feel like you're holding some tension in that neck. And let's get the back hand or the outside hand out. One more reach. And inside hand coming down and stretching. Deep breath in, let the elbows bend, and see how far down you can get while maintaining the opposite hip on the floor. Good. Once again, walking in, pressing the hand into the floor, trying to roll up through the spine. So we've got lower, middle, upper, neck, and head. Good. Coming to the front. Let's take the circles with our feet to the inside and outside. And inside and outside. Good. Inside and outside. And inside and outside. Good. Feet are flexed. Let's rotate out and very slowly try to close those legs together using the inside thighs. We've done so much leg work today, which was the point. Okay, and shake those legs out. We're going to take some more leg work. So let's lie down. We're going to bring our legs to one side. And let's hold on, roll through our lower spine. Then as we get lower, our arms and legs are coming down.
and relaxing. Good. We're going to take some battements. Arms go out to the side. They're about where your lower rib cage is. Feet are pointed. They're in parallel position. And the front leg is going to lift up and down and lift and down. We're going to take 8 of these. Reach and down. Engaging the abdominals so you can really focus on the legs. Lift and down and up. We have 2 more. And lift and down and lift. Let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Reach up. Feet are pointed. And down. And lift and down. Lift it up. Down. Controlling it down. Lift. We have 4 more. And 5. Let it come down. 6. Reaching out as you're going to come down. 7. Coming down. Good. And 8. And coming down. Rolling onto your side. Line yourself up on the mat there. Legs are rotated out. This time, support yourself here with your hand. You've got a little lift in the waist area right here. So we're working with the top leg. Both knees are pointing away from each other. So this knee is down to the floor. This top knee is up to the ceiling. So it's a rotated leg. Up and down. And lift. And down. Reach it up. And close. You're controlling it down, not just flopping. And 4 more. And drop. And lift. And down. Good. Lift. And down. And lift. And down. You can just roll over to the other side. I'm going to come up and stay facing you so you can follow me. But you could just roll over to the other side. Knees are rotated out, legs are rotated out of the hips, supporting yourself. 1 and down, and 2 and down. Good. Lift and down, and reach. We have 4 more. Reach it up, pointing the foot, controlling it down, and lift and down. 2 more. Lift and down. And lift and down. We're going to roll onto our bellies, push back. And let's go back into a child's pose. We haven't done that yet today. Just to rest for a moment before we take the battements to the back. Feeling the spine stretching out. And then let's come back onto our hands and knees. Shoulders. Hands are underneath our shoulders. Stretch the front leg out. So we've gone from a parallel position and I'm rotating out here. Now we're lifting up and down. Lift and down. Holding on to the abdominals and down. Lift. Same principle happens here. We're lifting up, control it down, and lift, control it down. 2 more. Lift it up. Control it down, and lift. Control it down. Bring the leg into a parallel position, onto the knees. Send the other leg out, rotate it out. Lift it up, and down. Breathe up, and down. Reaching up, controlling it down. And lift. We have 4 more. Breathe. 1, and down, and 2. Letting it be controlled. 3, and down, and 4, and down. Good. Bring it back into a parallel position. Let's push back with our hands. We're not really in a child's pose, but we're sort of in a child's pose, just stretching out that lower back slightly. Excellent. Let's drop down into a full child's pose. Coming forward, we're going to go into a downward dog, so we're going to curl the toes down, press the heels out, and stretch into down dog. Feeling that long line through the spine. Your legs have had so much work going that you may feel that you can get your heels farther down than normal, and your hips are going straight up, and your spine is in line. Let's take some hovers with the knees. So we're going to bend the knees down, and then come back into downward dog. Here we go. Holding on to the abdominals, hover the knees, they don't touch, and then push and press them back. And hover, and push and press back. Letting that head be nice and loose. Let's take 2 more. And hover, and press them back. And last time, hover, and press them back. Good. Walking the hands back to your feet. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Dropping the bodies down, you may find that you can really fold from your hips there, whether your knees are bent or they're straight, and just shake that head out. Good. Coming back down onto your knees and sitting in your opening position here. Just test how that feels with those legs. They should feel pretty open. Good. From here, once more, knees in, press them out. Sit tall in the spine, letting the legs drop. And knees in, press them out. Allowing them to drop and open. 2 more, in, press them out. Backs are straight. Different position than when we started. In, press them out, and let them drop. Good. Shift the legs however you like. Come to a comfortable position, and let's just take our arms and reach them up. Inhaling and then exhaling and coming into our heart chakra. Thank you very much for joining me today. Obviously, this was all about the legs, and I hope you feel like your legs are really activated and that they can sort of move in directions that maybe might have felt very sore or even impossible beforehand. Okay, take care.